You look outward too often instead of finally looking inward. You expect the world to bring you clarity, happiness, and order, but it only brings noise, chaos, and endless comparisons. You look at other people's successes, at other people's lives, at other people's words, and you imperceptibly lose touch with your own path. The Stoics warned, those who seek support externally inevitably become slaves to fickleness, because everything outside is subject to the winds of fate. It changes, crumbles, slips through your fingers. But everything inside can become a solid foundation if you dare to build it. We're used to believing that happiness comes from the world, praise, recognition, money, love. But the truth is, happiness is a state of inner balance. And if chaos reigns within you, no external gifts will bring you peace. Stoicism teaches a simple rule. Order on the outside begins with order on the inside. And until you discipline your thoughts, your habits, your decisions, you'll stumble over the same things again and again. True strength isn't born from a desire to change people, circumstances, or the entire world. It begins when you stop rushing around, stop trying to control what's not yours, and take responsibility for yourself. This is the moment when you first feel that everything unnecessary disappears, leaving only what's truly within your control. And that's where the first step begins, to stop dissolving in the noise of others and focus on yourself, not on the chaos around you. You can't control the wind, but you can control the sail. You can't stop the rain, but you can build a roof. It's the same in life. Events flow on their own, indifferent to your wishes. People come and go. Plans fall apart. Circumstances change in an instant. But what truly belongs to you is your choice and your reaction. The Stoics said, "It is not circumstances that disturb us, but our judgments about them." And this is the key that opens the door to peace. When you stop fighting the chaos of the world and begin to control yourself, it's as if you find a point of balance within yourself for the first time. You won't be destroyed by other people's aggression. You won't be led astray by other people's opinions. You won't be broken by an unexpected blow of fate, because your entire focus is on what is within your control. Look how much energy you spend trying to change things beyond your control. You want to always be understood, always loved, always accepted. You want the world to be fair, for loved ones to never betray you, for chance to pass you by. But it's all an illusion. The tighter you cling to what you can't control, the weaker you become. Focusing on yourself isn't selfishness or indifference to others. It's a sober understanding of boundaries. You're responsible for your word, your decisions, your inner order. You're responsible for the person you become every day. Everything else is noise. And the sooner you realize this, the clearer your path becomes. Stoicism is the ability to separate the essential from the unimportant. And when you stop fighting external chaos, when you turn your attention inward, you suddenly realize that you've already found the very freedom you've dreamed of. This is where the next step comes from, organizing your life as the foundation for inner peace. Organizing your life isn't about dry to-do lists or rigid schedules, as many people think. It's about creating an inner foundation that can withstand any blows of life. Because if your day is chaotic, if you wake up without purpose, if your habits are dragging you down, it's no wonder the world seems hostile and unstable. Chaos within always breeds chaos without. The Stoics understood, order begins with the simple, with waking up on time, with keeping your space tidy, with keeping your promises to yourself. These are the little bricks that make up the solid wall of your character. Many underestimate such small things, but it's the little things that make up life. If your desk is cluttered, chances are your thoughts are also cluttered. If your days are uncontrollable, chances are you don't even notice how your energy is draining. Organization isn't control for the sake of control. It's clarity. When your things are in their place, when your tasks are prioritized, when your mind is free of unnecessary clutter, you find inner peace. But the most important thing is discipline. It transforms chaos into structure and anxiety into confidence. Discipline is the habit of keeping yourself in check even when everything around you is crumbling. It's the ability to get up and move on, even when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to see things through to the end, even when it's hard. The Stoics knew, without discipline, A person becomes a prisoner of their own weaknesses and begins to submit to passions, laziness, and the orders of others. Try starting small. Tidy up your room, and you'll feel more breathing room in your chest. Regularize your sleep and eating schedule, and your body will begin to obey you. Take a step toward discipline, and you'll realize that managing yourself is much easier than trying to manage the entire world. And here we come to the next law of Stoicism. True strength is born of self-control. He who masters himself masters the world. The power of discipline and self-control is what distinguishes a mature person from a child. A child lives by impulses. If I want something, I take it. If I don't, I throw it away. They are governed by desires, fears, and moods. An adult, especially one who follows the Stoic path, builds life not on emotions, but on principles. The Stoics taught, passions blind, emotions lead astray, but reason and will are capable of keeping you on the path. Self-control isn't repression. It's the ability to choose. You can get angry, but you choose calm. You can give in to temptation, but you choose abstinence. You can give up halfway through, but you choose to see it through. And it's in this choice that strength is born. Look around. Most people live like leaves in the wind. They are carried by desire, fear, or the opinions of others. Today they are passionate about a new idea, tomorrow they abandon it. Today they vow to start a new life, tomorrow they return to old habits. But the Stoic knows, the world respects not those who talk a lot, but those who keep their word to themselves. Discipline is a shield against weakness and a weapon against chaos. When you have a system, when you have an internal rule, you don't need constant motivation. You act because you have chosen this path yourself. This is what makes a person strong in the eyes of others. They are not driven by passions. They lead themselves. Yes, self-control requires effort. Sometimes it feels like an internal struggle. But every victory over yourself is a brick in the foundation of your freedom. The more such victories you achieve, the less power others' words, circumstances, and temptations have. And then comes the understanding, life is not what happens to you, but what you decide to do with it. And discipline becomes your ally at every step. The next step is even deeper, to understand that the most valuable resource in your life isn't money or recognition, but your time. Time is the only resource that slips away forever. It can't be saved, it can't be returned, it can't be borrowed from someone else. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose status and regain it through persistence. But every minute you live is lost forever. The Stoics reminded us that this is precisely where man's greatest illusion lies. He lives as if he has infinity ahead of him, and wastes his days as if they are worthless. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not waste the rest of your life thinking about other people." He knew that the greatest loss is not death, but time wasted. We too often allow it to be stolen by empty talk, dependence on others' approval, endlessly scrolling through the news, and complaining about our circumstances. But every wasted moment is a moment that will never return. Organizing your life means, first and foremost, organizing your time. It's not a strict schedule for the sake of a schedule, but self-respect. If you respect your time, you don't let it dissolve in the unimportant. You don't agree to empty meetings. You don't dwell on other people's dramas. You don't leave the best hours of your day to chance. Think about how your day is spent. If you honestly wrote everything down, you'd see that half your life is wasted on trivialities that bring you neither closer to your goals nor to inner peace. A Stoic knows how to distinguish what's worth your time from what's a trap. He knows the value of every minute because he understands that with every minute, he's getting closer to the end of the journey. When you begin to value your time, you stop being a victim of circumstances. You become the master of your day, and therefore the master of your destiny. And this is where wisdom comes in. The more clearly you manage your time, the less need you have to seek recognition or approval from others. Because the next law of Stoicism is, don't seek approval, seek results. The biggest trap a person falls into is the thirst for other people's recognition. From childhood, we are taught to seek praise, a smile, approval. We try to please first our parents, then our teachers, then our friends, then society, partners, the crowd. And so it goes throughout our lives. We work not to build our own business, but to hear, "Well done." We dress not for our own comfort, but for what others will appreciate. We say not what we think, but what will bring applause. And all this turns a person into an actor on someone else's stage. The Stoics understood, striving for others' approval makes you a slave. After all, the moment your value depends on someone else's opinion, you're no longer the master of your own life. Today you're praised, and you're happy. Tomorrow you're criticized, and you're shattered. You lose your stability because your foundation rests not on your own choices, but on the whims of the crowd. True results aren't what people say, but your own inner progress. It's what you've built, what you've learned, who you've protected, what you've overcome. You may be quiet and invisible to others, but if strength and clarity grow within you, that's true victory. Look how many people chase likes, status, and praise from their boss or society. But approval is unstable, it disappears as quickly as it comes. Today you're praised, tomorrow you're forgotten. But the results, your hard work, your inner resilience remain with you forever. When you stop looking for applause and start looking for results, you become free. You don't wait for recognition, you build its foundations. You live not for the eyes of others, but to become stronger, wiser, and more disciplined every day. And then something natural happens. The world itself begins to respect you. People are drawn to those who are confident and don't need their approval. Respect becomes a byproduct of your inner strength. And from this inner strength comes the following law. Order within is always reflected in order without. Everything you see around you is a reflection of your inner state. A person with chaos in their soul inevitably lives amidst chaos. Their affairs are unfinished. Their connections are tangled. Their space is cluttered. Their words and actions are at odds. But a person with inner clarity involuntarily creates harmony around themselves. Their home is orderly, their affairs structured, their relationships simple and honest. The Stoics believed that the outer world is a mirror of the inner. If you want to change what's outside, start with what's inside. You can't build a peaceful life with a restless heart. You can't create strong relationships if you lack integrity within. You can't sustain success if you harbor chaos and disrespect for yourself within. Internal order begins with simple things. Clear goals, conscious decisions, strong habits. It's when you choose not to react chaotically to everything, but to prioritize. It's when you stop flitting between other people's opinions and advice and start listening to your inner core. It's when you stop letting your emotions rule your day and reclaim the power to manage them yourself. As soon as you gain internal support, the world around you begins to restructure itself. You notice fewer conflicts in your relationships because you're no longer reacting to every little thing. You notice clarity in your affairs because you know why and where you're going. You notice that others begin to treat you with more respect because they see your composure. Internal order isn't magic, it's a natural law. When a person has internal discipline, they become predictable, reliable, and stable. And the world, even a chaotic one, begins to reflect this stability. Others sense it and adapt their behavior accordingly. And eventually, you come to the understanding. Everything you crave, respect, love, success, recognition, comes not when you chase them, but when you have support and order within. This brings us to the final step, realizing that happiness, recognition, and success are the fruits of an inner core. Everything else truly comes naturally when you organize your life. At the end of this journey, you suddenly understand a simple truth. Life is never obligated to bring you order, clarity, or happiness. It will always be full of surprises, trials, people who disappoint, and events that ruin your plans. But that is its law. You cannot tame chaos. You cannot force the world to be comfortable. But you can organize yourself. And that is true victory. Because when you have an inner core, no storm can knock you off balance. When you have discipline, no temptations can lead you astray. When you respect your own time, no trivial people or trivial pursuits can steal your life. Focus on yourself. Stop looking for validation of your worth in the outside world. Organize your thoughts, your habits, your space, your life. Do this not for someone to notice you or praise you, but because this is how you regain your freedom. and then everything else will follow. Respect will come, because people are always drawn to those who stand firm. Love will come, because a balanced person attracts love with their very calm. Success will come, because you will have the energy and clarity to move forward. All of these are side effects, not the goal. The true goal is to build a strong inner world where you are your own master. And if you do this, no accidents, no other people's opinions, and no blows of fate will destroy you. This is the Stoic path. Not to change the world to suit yourself, but to strengthen yourself so you can stand firm in it. If these words resonated with you, if you feel you need this inner order, subscribe to the channel. Here, together, we learn to stand firm when everything around us is crumbling. We talk about how to be strong not with words, but with actions. Subscribe so you don't lose this path and continue to grow stronger every day.